this entire tournament.
It's true.
They haven't. I don't think they've done like a lot of scouting, or really had time to. They've been playing a lot of games. So
true. Good blanket bans.
Yeah, they were just worried about this. And there's the Riven ban against Ambition again. That's been pretty much what everybody here has been targeting. They don't want to hand that very powerful pick over.
And the Orianna ban against Yuri.
Yeah, Cassidy will be the last ban here. They've been doing the same thing in every game.
Makes sense.
Well, it does. Cassidy's still a solid pick, no longer as dangerous as he was at the World Championship, but you don't want to hand him over. They're obviously a little bit worried about that and his game-changing abilities, and actually they mixed up and do Annie this time. So there's the last ban Italy as well.
Yeah, and it probably isn't going to be any sort of quick Lucian pickup. Possibly Kennen, possibly Shyvana, and it will be Shyvana for Flame. Shyvana has really become one of the scariest champions in late Season 3 here.
Yeah, very high priority. And the Renekton, a good lane matchup for Shyvana.
Yeah.
He can shove her in pre-6, and he wins kind of early on in the game, and then once you get after 6 and get a couple items, Shyvana starts to be able to shove back pretty effectively. But if you want to shut somebody down in the early game and they're playing Shyvana, Renekton is a solid choice, and this is the game they have to play, is get that early and fiddlesticks.
Okay. Yeah, neat. So now I just casted, WE versus the Yowie Flash Wolves. So when I see that Fiddlesticks, now I'm wondering, is this going to go jungle? But I think it's probably going to be support.
Well, it's legitimate. I mean, a lot of the Chinese teams, OMG as well, have been jungling a lot of Fiddlesticks recently, and so there has been that change to at least the Chinese meta. They're really, really liking that pickup out of the jungle right now.
I like it. 2 more picks going for CJ Blaze. What will it be? Olaf possibly, and Olaf
they can't play Olaf. He's banned in this tournament. So
yeah. All right, Olaf again, still banned, and they're going to switch over to Sona at the last minute. Ezreal, Sona, the 2 picks, a safe bot lane.
Yeah, very safe. They want to stay out of range of Fiddlesticks so that he can't, easily fear them and get close to cause some problems. So they're going with a standard safe lane, and Emperor going to be playing a different AD carry for the first time in this tournament.
Yeah, that's right. And will we actually see, I was going to say Heimerdinger, Urgot, I would
Heimerdinger's
be
also
shocked.
Banned along with Syndra.
Yeah, that rework.
Yeah, the Syndra.
Bugs and reworks and stuff. Yeah.
Syndra taken out as well. So.
Well, Shaco's got some scary art in the Chinese clan. Look at that dude. Man.
A little bit interesting. They've picked up the Kha'Zix, so they've got a lot of AoE for him to reset from Renekton and Fiddlesticks already. So a bit of an interesting composition. I believe that's Talon.
That would be Talon, yeah. Although we'll see. I don't think they're going to lock it in, but you never know. Daydream has been playing Aatrox in this tournament, but Jace would be a much more expected pickup for Ambition. Kassadin even more so.
Jace would be a solid choice here with the poke they already have from Ezreal and Sona. But Kassadin, so they've got a really highly mobile team composition right now.
Yeah.
4 members able to hop over walls, so creating picks with Ezreal, Shyvana, Aatrox, and Kassadin are going to be nice, and that will be a jungle Evelynn coming out. Now, we saw Gambit kind of returning to the jungle Eve roots at IEM Cologne, so we have seen some jungle Eve play on this match, and I really like this. Eve puts so much pressure on in the early game, and that has to be their game plan, right? They need to all in early. They've got the usual Caitlyn Fiddlesticks combo as well to push people off turrets. They're trying to get an edge any way they can. So I like their composition. They've got a lot of early game pressure with Renekton and Kha'Zix in the solo lane with the Evelynn jungle, and they have a lot of tower pressure so they can take a quick tower and rotate with Caitlyn Fiddlesticks able just to fear somebody off so you can't defend. Yeah. I think that Lion's game plan is excellent going up against Blaze.
Well, they've certainly given themselves plenty of opportunities. The question is, will they be able to capitalize here against CJ Blaze and their composition? And this just looks safe. It's where the other team, where Lion has a lot of opportunities to make plays and things like that. CJ Blaze kind of looks like they just want to sit back and say, all right, let's just play the game, see where things end up, and we're going to get into that game right now. Here we go. Blaze versus Lion at the WCG Grand Finals. It's game time. right, here we go, guys. Welcome to Summoner's Rift. I am pretty psyched about this. CJ Blaze versus Lyon Gaming. Set 1 of this best of 3 semifinal match. The winner of this will go to the finals of WCG 2013. It's going to be exciting. Doing Monte Cristo, cast free here. It's been a fun week.
It has. So we talked a little bit about Lyon's team comp, but Blaze, this is such a Blaze team composition, of course. Ambition, known for his Kassadin play, and this with all their mobility, one of the trademarks of Blaze's team fighting is their ability to come in from multiple angles and get some really weird multi-vector flank attacks.
Yeah.
And this is a composition where they will be able to do that really nicely.
Indeed they will. Looking forward to seeing how Thyak plays this Evelyn.
I'm looking forward to Ambition attempting to mid lane against this Kha'Zix. That's a pretty bold play when Kha'Zix has the opportunity all in you. Now, Kha'Zix, Uri did not go for a red pot first, which I'm a little bit surprised about because I would have thought he wanted to all in early, but he is going to take the safer, more sustain-oriented route. He's comfortable with this apparently against the cast, and he should be able to get a pretty significant CS lead early on.
Yeah, we'll see. And here we go. Minions have spawned in the blue buff to Thyak right away. Porky's going to head down to that bot lane for the 1v2. And we're going to have the 2v1 in mid lane as well against Ambition. So he won't have to lane against a Kha'Zix, but he's going to have to lane against Caitlyn Fiddlesticks instead.
Yeah, this swap makes a lot of sense. Now we know why we have the flask start coming out of Kha'Zix. So Ambition, they are punishing him. And I really like what happened early too. Now they counter-pinked in the river brush, but we did see a couple of pink wards coming down very early on from CJ Blaze. They want to nullify the Evelyn pressure as much as possible, but only one left. But they're trying to protect their solo lanes because Blaze knows that if they can just farm up into the late game, they're going to have a very powerful composition in order to create picks. They just have to get there.
Yep, like you said, classic Blaze. That's what they're going to do. And we do have that 1v1 in the top lane as well, just to finish up the lane matchups. Flame, of course, versus Yuri. And so Thyak going to have to spend some time in this bot lane.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of damage down early. They push the wave pretty darn quickly here.
Yeah.
So Daydream now coming in. They may choose to 3-man this just so they can get the tower down faster because they're in a race right now, especially against a Caitlyn Fiddlesticks lane, which is one of the best fast-pushing lanes in the game.
Oh, yeah. We'll see what they do. They may be going for a dive here on Porky. Oh, man. Porky does not know this is coming.
He can probably suspect it, though. Another pink ward coming out. I love the way that Blaze is playing this early on.
Yeah, he should suspect this, especially seeing Emperor alone, not knowing where Sona and Aatrox are right now, but he's going to stay in lane. Thyak, though, coming back, smells something suspicious, and Blaze does have to back off a little bit there.
Yeah, well, with Sona gone for that long, there are only a certain number of places that she can be, so this is good sense by Thyak just to come back, make sure everything's okay, and they're actually going in.
Yeah, well, they did for a moment there. You know, I wonder, too, if they were trying to catch Thyak as well with that pink ward and Tri-Brush, too, seeing if he was coming down to support.
Yeah, they could have been waiting for that one in case he came back to the turret while Emperor was pushing. But Thyak made the right pathing choice right there, not knowing where Sona was, not knowing where the enemy jungle was. Definitely don't want to take that risk.
A little bit of an example already of, you know, what got Team Lyon this far in the tournament. Solid play in the first few minutes here, at least.
Yeah.
Flame and Yuri duking it out in that top lane.
The good thing that CJ Blaze is doing is keeping Evelyn in lane. And this is actually what you want, is 2v1s are great if you're facing an Evelyn jungle because you have much more of an opportunity of locking down Evelyn inside of a lane so she can't make the plays with her invisibility on the rest of the map.
Well, yeah, I feel like that's why, you know, we've seen Evelyn drop off so much in Korea. It's just because of the weakness that you open yourself up to in the 1v2, and then you just don't get a lot of that early, you know, lane gank presence that Evelyn should be giving you.
Yeah, she really needs that Spirit of the Elder Lizard as well to do the kind of damage that you need her to do as a kind of more carry-oriented jungler. And if she's not going to be farming up or ganking, much more difficult for her to get that gold. Daydream holding in the middle.
Not trying to. Gets silenced there, but that's not going to be able to stop a lot of this damage going down onto turret. Daydream trying to come up for that final CS. Gets feared, though. A little bit dangerous. Oh, wow. Daydream going very low in that mid lane.
You had to do it, you know. And that's the danger right there is you do open yourself up against a Caitlyn Fiddlesticks lane to those under turret fears, and you either get autoed, chunked out of lane, or you just attack the turret while they're feared and ignore, there's no way to stop the wave from pushing.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, Thyak and Porky still trying to hold this bot lane as best they can. They've been able to prevent some of that turret damage from going down. Oh, wow. Low health in the top lane with Yuri and Flame. Will we see our first blood up there?
Well, no jungler up there so far.
Yeah.
So they have successfully kept Thyak down here. And they probably will get that first turret, however. Daydream looking for an angle.
Yeah, thinking about coming in here.
They know where Thyak is, so this is potentially a good gank. They need 6 onto Ambition. He must be getting close right now, but smartly backing off. This is very measured play that we're seeing from Lyon so far. They have a very good sense of when and where to take risks.
Yeah. So cool to see a team that, isn't quite zone, and here they go. They're going to dive Yuri under turret. That is going to be a pretty quick first blood going in Blaze's favor. Going in Flame's favor specifically, the passive used on Aatrox, and that's what makes Aatrox such a dangerous jungler early on.
Yeah, and that'll give them some much-needed gold, and this is where we're going to see the matchup really start to swing into Shyvana's favor, even without that first gold blood, and now it's just going to go even harder in that top lane, and Flame turning into that monster split-pushing threat that we know and love.
Oh, yes, we've seen it time and time again for over a year now. Nothing new. And, I mean, it really does. It was a good move, too, because that entire game, Daydream really hadn't been in the top lane at all. So Yuri, maybe, or lulled to a bit of a false sense of security, too. That said, Lyon Gaming does barely take that first turret. Yeah, but Blaze should be able to equalize, though.
Their back was at a pretty good time. Now they have a chance to rotate, should they so choose, into Dragon or into that bot lane. You'll notice that they knew the wave was pushed out. They recalled bot items, healed up, and then came back just to finish the tower off. Now they'll be able to save their bot lane turret and possibly get even another global objective out of it. So that's just good recall timing by Lyon.
Oh, Thyak coming around from behind. There's a flash already from Lustboy. A big ultimate comes in from Evelyn. Lustboy goes down. A great gank from Thyak coming in. Man, they didn't only save that turret, they got themselves a nice kill as well. Daydream comes down, but a little bit late. And are they going to be able to possibly rotate up to take Dragon as well?
Yeah, they will be. And this is, for CJ Blaze with their composition right now, this is okay for it to happen because they need to wait for Cassidy to get some more farm anyway. There's really no way they can contest this with their comp. So they expected to lose an early Dragon, more than likely. And look at that, Uri, he leveled his E first. That's not something you see that often.
Yeah, so, that is odd.
Well, probably what their game plan is, and I really hope we get to see them execute this, is go for early team fights. They've got a lot of AoE damage coming down. They've got Evelyn, Renekton, and Fiddlesticks for tons and tons of AoE magic damage. So if he gets that E first and he can reset multiple times over an AoE team fight, it could be quite impressive.
Yeah. We'll see if they're able to pull it off. Bot lane getting pushed pretty hard now by Seiya and Ner'zhul. A little bit of damage there, but Daydream, they're going to have to back off. There's a silence onto Lustboy. Dark Flight over the top. They do get the slow onto Seiya, who uses that net to try to get away. Flash not popped yet for the AD carry. Ner'zhul does not have his. He's going to go down. Seiya still not flashing. Finally does it. Doesn't even pop the barrier. Wow, that was a brave escape from Seiya.
These Lyon guys are pretty good, though.
No kidding. He knew exactly what his limits were there. Wow.
Now they will take the turret for it.
Yeah.
And Blaze pulling into a bit of a lead with that one. As you can see, there's a pretty big CS difference, mostly between Flame and Porky right here. Porky, of course, trapped in the 2v1 early, but the problem that Lyon's going to run into is because they have their counter split pusher stuck in that 1v2, there's not really anybody who's going to be able to deal with Shyvana. So this may have been a tactical error on the part of Lyon. They may have reconsidered and tried to rotate Kha'Zix into the 1v2 earlier, but
a little bit of a risky situation. Flame was thinking about coming down near Zul with the ward there. Just make sure they know where they went.
Yeah, the problem with sending Kha'Zix up to deal with Shyvana is that Shyvana, as she scales and gets more and more armor, as more of an AD caster, Kha'Zix doesn't have that sustained damage output, so he'll run through one rotation of cooldowns against Shyvana, not do very much damage, and then Shyvana will just stick to him with burnout, and there's not much he's going to be able to do, and you don't want to put yourself in a situation where you have to build something like Blade of the Ruined King on Kha'Zix, but actually he's going for a Tiamat here.
Huh, that's interesting. That's really odd.
Well, I mean, if he gets a Ravenous Hydra first, he'll at least have very good wave clear, and at least some sustain for that top lane, but it is going to pigeonhole him a little bit into that split pushing role. But if they have to stop Shyvana right now, that's not a bad way to do it.
Makes sense. Saiyan Thiak, or Thyak rather, in the bot lane, pushing that up just a little bit farther. And now they need to be really careful. Like, the game is really on a tipping point right now. Lyon needs to have these next few minutes go pretty perfectly.
Well, you can see them. They're already trying to set up some picks right here, doing some good early vision control. Blaze, as they come into the jungle, just sweeping it with early oracles. And look at this. Ambition actually goes tier into Medjai's. So that's they're looking to get picks right now and snowball Ambition.
I think so.
It's smart.
Yeah, and this is what you see, Korean teams do a lot. And you actually see this across multiple esports too, is they do something very aggressive. They just go for it and kind of test you. Back in StarCraft 2, I used to call it the Korea skill check, where you would see a player just do some sort of really hyper-aggressive all-in right off the bat just to see how their opponent would react. And so Mejai's on Kassadin, they're pretty much saying, all right, we're coming at you. What can you do about it?
It's also a symbol that they don't really want to team fight. I think like CJ Blaze right here, they realize that there is this incredibly dangerous AoE wombo combo that could hit them, and they're not really equipped to deal with that. So if they say we'll create picks and try and just eliminate somebody as fast as possible, that's actually a good decision. Is it risky? Yes. Is it a little bit cocky?
Yes.
Sure. But it's also a legitimately fine decision in this circumstance.
Thyak going back for the moment. No, changing his mind. And CJ just gaining, more and more map control. There's a couple wards here and there in the jungle for Team Lion. They've pushed back a little bit of that vision.
Well, CJ Blaze had to get the early oracles. They're a little bit scared, and Lustboy bought that over getting a Sightstone because they can't have any of these engages over the wall. And look at that, Spite Steal coming out of Thyak right there.
Nice.
Manages to snag the blue buff.
Ambition doesn't look too pleased about that. He's going to have to deal with it. Oh, Flame gets caught by the turret and actually, nearly goes down. Porky chasing with that Dominus. He's got to be a little bit careful, though. Oh, this is a long, strange chase.
He can't catch up. He doesn't have boots, and Flame has burnout, so no way he can actually catch up to finish off that kill.
That was close. Flame, of course, there he is on your screen, nearly getting killed in the top lane, but managing to escape, and Daydream coming in, possibly to try to duel down the last of Porky's health. We'll see. Flame actually coming back into lane. Low health, but he might try to just bait Corki here. I think that's exactly what we're going to see.
Nope, just going back, farming up with the burnout a little bit. He may have been trying to bait somebody to come up there and then counter engage with the help of Daydream.
Interesting.
So pretty calm game so far, but Blaze does have a bit of a lead right now, and again, it's mostly due to the CS. I mean, we look at that big difference between Flame and Porky, and this is Flame in a nutshell, right? I mean, he gets that big lead, and they put him in the 1v1, so... But ultimately, I do think that the imbalance between Shyvana and Renekton will probably be a game decider right here, because they just have no way to deal with Flame's split push.
Yeah, it's getting to be a little bit too scary now. No Sunfire Cape yet for Porky.
Yeah, while I like the idea of Lion's composition, they got locked into using Evelynn to cover lane early so that they could get the tower, and they didn't create that didn't create hardly any opportunities. Dragon back up now. Vision control going to Lion for the moment, but the Oracle creeping in there. They're trying to get this vision ward.
And will Lion go for this one? Flame going back to the mid lane. They could try to push that turret as well. Yuri doing a little bit of zoning here. As of Ner'zhul, they activated Dragon, but they need to back off right away. Could they try to grab somebody here? Lion backing up. Pretty much the whole CJ team and the whole team Lion are in that mid lane right now.
They should just engage. Lion should engage.
That's right, they need to go in. There could have been a perfect opportunity for an Evelynn ultimate there. They didn't take it. Little bit of worry.
They have the stronger team fight at the moment.
Yeah.
Especially because we know that Flame's not there. He's not on the map. And taking the red buff, of course, very useful, but they should be able to pick up this dragon.
Oh, they really want it, yeah. They're going for it. Porky and Yuri coming in from the top. Got to be a little bit careful about how they come in. Lustboy getting in position. He could flash crescendo this, and he's going to. It does hit Thyak immediately. The dragon does go in Daydream's favor. He managed to steal it. Yuri pops the ultimate, stays invisible. Emperor giving chase. Flame onto Porky over the wall. Emperor wants to finish that one off, and he probably will with another Mystic shot. Oh, he misses his Mystic shot, and Emperor's committed now. He's like, well, I guess I better try to finish him off. I'm sure there's other things happening somewhere. Oh, he managed to dodge Essence Flux. Is he actually going to get away? Porky, oh, finally the Mystic shot takes him down.
A little bit of cute play right there from Porky, but they waited too long.
They really did.
That's too bad, because right there Lyon did have a window of time where it would have been possible for them to get that dragon. But by the time Flame got down there, he's got a lot of items for this point in the game. He's managed to get that farm up. He had the red buff too that he went and grabbed. Yeah. And let's take a look at this. They got really hurt by the dragon also. They're not too tanky yet. Nice crescendo, over the top, and they just blow up Evelyn. Daydream also gets the steal. That really hurts. And there's just no one for Kha'Zix to reset off of right here.
It really could not have gone worse.
Yeah, now they lose their mid turret as well. Yep. So Blaze putting on the pressure.
So they got to do it. I mean, the thing is that I feel like what we saw there was just kind of the intimidation factor that Blaze brings to this match, because I like to think that Lyon would have gone for that engage in other games, but that hesitancy oftentimes is just as dangerous as getting outplayed.
I really wish they would have just all AoE ulted from the brush in the river right there, so that they could have gotten their wombo combo off. But again, way too passive.
Yeah. And that is to be expected sometimes in these kinds of matches. It's unfortunate, but we'll see. This game is definitely slipping away from them right now, but it is a best of 3.
Yeah, take a look at the gold totals right there. You can just see how very far ahead Flame is.
Yeah.
He is just a monster. Went back, picked up a second Giant's belt right there. And there we go. It looks like the W, that's a Q evolution, I believe.
Yeah, actually, yep. Yep, you went QE.
So yeah, he's really looking to get the resets in. So the goal of their composition is quite clear, where they're trying to maximize that damage from Kha'Zix on single targets after the AoE burns down the team. But the problem is they don't have a tanky enough front line, really, for Kha'Zix, for anybody to get a full channel, either Fiddlesticks or Renekton to get a full channel ultimate off, because Renekton fell behind early.
Yeah. Yeah, it really was a big part. The performance of those top laners. And now CJ can pretty much just bully their way around the map, take these turrets. Kassadin coming over the wall, nearly takes out Ner'zhul, and actually Flame gonna pop the ultimate. They're going in a great crescendo onto Team Lyon, locks up the 3 remaining members under turret. They're gonna go down fast. Yuri pops his ultimate, tries to get away, but Flame gives chase. Flame not going into the base quite yet, but 3 kills for 0. Daydream nearly goes down there. We just barely caught it at the edge of the screen, but that was a great crescendo from Lustboy in that fight too.
And a great ultimate over the wall from Flame too. I mean, they got the Fiddlesticks out of the equation before he could get that fear onto Ambition. I mean, they're very careful about that. And look at that, Emperor just going all in on Renekton.
Yeah, I mean, Ambition did a lot of damage, and it was really easy for Ezreal to finish him off. And that's going to be, it's going to be a dead Fiddlesticks first, but it's also going to be a dead inhibitor at about 19 minutes. Fast and furious now. I mean, that's the thing with teams like CJ Blaze, is you really cannot give them an inch, or they will take the entire Summoner's Rift.
Yeah, that's right. Well, Ambition has done a great job too, just being very patient, not getting caught out by Fiddlestick's silence or fear.
Yeah.
And now 2-0-4 on Kassadin, really starting to stack up that Medjai's.
Now somehow Daydream managed to get himself killed in that fight, but I don't think he's too concerned about it. Didn't look that way.
No. I mean, they had the perfect multi-angle engage right there.
Flame.
And
Yeah, finds Thyak. Thyak pops that W, tries to get out as fast as he can. And here comes Yuri over the wall. They're going to go in on Flame and manage to chase him away.
That's what I'm saying about Shyvana, though. That's really all that Kha'Zix is going to be able to do to the Shyvana with so much armor. Is you get one rotation, maybe takes a third of her health away, and then you got nothing after that.
And Kha'Zix did end up going with the Brutalizer instead of the Ravenous Hydra and Daydream.
Oh, wow, look at that. Hits a mid-dark flight with the Q.
Yeah.
He tasted Daydream's fear.
He did. His fear got tasted. Come get a taste.
Well,
I don't think Aatrox tastes very good. I wouldn't want to taste his fear.
You don't like tasting demons, though?
I don't think so. They're kind of I would imagine sort of stringy, you know?
Maybe a little sulfurous?
A little bit, yeah. Smell, they always taste burnt. I don't know why. And here we go over the wall. Ambition trying to get some damage in onto Yuri. They're going to have to back off a little bit after giving that red buff over to Emperor.
Yeah, Emperor going again with the 80 caster build that he uses on Corki. So rushing Last Whisper right after Trinity Force.
Yeah.
Just using it for that nice little bit of poke potential that they've got right there.
Makes sense. And Ambition starting to take big chunks out of people. Nair
Oh!
Zero, wow.
Whoa, nearly dying to the True Shot Barrage right there.
Yeah.
Ambition will come and
Gets
finish
him
him
with
off.
the Rift Walk. More damage coming in. Ambition gets jumped on. He is Fisher. Nice saving crescendo from Lustboy. Ace in the hole gets blocked by Lustboy as well. Man, Lustboy just all over this team fight. They get the flash out of Porky as he backs off. Gonna go down. Emperor is unstoppable. Lustboy gives his life. Emperor manages to stay alive. Ambition comes in with the double kill to finish off that fight.
Yeah, Ambition has 14 stacks on his Medjais right now.
That's
He is
quite a
just
bit.
a total monster. Nothing really that Lion could do. You know, I really like the game plan they came in with.
Yeah.
I think it was an intelligent counter to what Blaze wanted to do, but a few things really held them up in the early game, and Blaze played intelligently against the team composition that they saw coming right at him.
Yeah, I would say so, and that's going to be another inhibitor for CJ Blaze. Saya trying to do everything he can, but Caitlyn versus a fed Shyvana, that's never a good matchup for Caitlyn. You just take it. It's like, thanks for the massage, the bullet massage.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do against Flame right now. He's just
Yeah.
far too tanky.
Oh,
You can see, got the Ninja Tabby as well. Jeez. I mean, and the 14 stack Soul Stealer coming in. Deathcap and Archangels also finished already. If we take a look at that again, look at Ambition coming in, blows up Fiddlesticks.
Yeah.
Before he can get any kind of silence on, Ambition will back out, and a two-man crescendo. We're getting back into the game right now.
Yep, that's right, because Thyak is going to die. Ambition is just unstoppable now. Oh, man. The game is pretty over at this point. CJ Blaze has gone into Raffle Stomp mode, and like you said, Team Lion came in with a good plan. Little bit too hesitant, just weren't able to quite stay with Blaze.
But this is what's great about this game for Lion is, yes, they're losing quite badly, but if they go back and watch this VOD, they will see that there's a lot they can learn from this game in particular.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Oh, Seiya's in big trouble here. Tries to net back into the brush, but Ambition is going to have none of it.
18 stacks, he's nearly there.
He's just going to go around deleting people at this point. And Baron not going to be a problem for CJ Blaze to take it all. Ambition just still on the hunt in the jungle. He doesn't even want any part of this Baron fight. Well.
There we go. There is a True Shot Barrage to push the minion wave in that bot lane just a little bit more. And there we go. Baron is up. And I'm wondering what Ambition is doing right here, if he's actually going to try and take out Yuri.
He just wants to get more
He knows
kills.
where everybody is. He can definitely do this.
I think he's going to. Here we go. Goes in onto Yuri. Oh, no, he steals the blue instead. Oh, he didn't get the blue. He almost got it.
Oh,
or did
yeah.
He? Oh, he didn't get. Let me look at his. No,
he didn't get the blue.
No. Nope.
That actually is a bug right there.
Yeah,
it looks like the blue animation is still on him.
Thyak, no bug there. He's going to get taken down real fast by Flame. Emperor coming in for the kill steal. Seiya trying to do as much damage as he can. Seems to always be shooting Shyvana, which just doesn't end up working very well. It's going to be the third inhibitor for CJ Blaze as Flame just zones out the rest of Team Lion by himself. The fear, the turret hits, none of it matters to a Shyvana with all these items. Wow. Crescendo. I don't know if that was a celebration crescendo from Lustboy. It's like, yay. There goes the Nexus turrets, and CJ Blaze should be able to take a pretty easy game one.
God, that
damage on Ambition. Wow.
20 stacks.
I think he wants another one. I think he wants another one. Oh, look at that! Goes into turret to take down Seiya at the end. There goes the Nexus. GG. I have never seen a Kassadin do that much damage.
He had 754 AP at 24 minutes into this game. Ambition.
Wow.
Just can 100 to 0.